And there were some moments that, because I had skipped so much over the years, I was like, oh my god, I forgot that happened.
Hello, and welcome to the Says Who podcast with Kat and Tip.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great. I'm having a great day. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. We're also joined for this episode by a very special guest. Now, we've had many guests on this podcast. I don't admit to all of them.
Right.
And he's one I've tried very hard to forget. It is. It is actor, writer, podcaster, teacher, husband, father, but most importantly, a man with two first names. It's Jack Alexander.
Back by popular demand. By my demand, my popular demand. I wanted to
No,
come back.
well, that's not true.
You say
not
this,
true.
but when we did our awards show episode. Congratulations on your win, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you.
You were. People were like, "Get Jack Alexander back on."
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
Popular demand.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, that's fine. I mean, it's quite funny actually because I actually never left. Kat didn't let me out. I've been tied up all this time.
Yeah.
I've survived off scraps of her Target novels. Like she's just fed me little like crumbs of like Autumn Invasion and stuff.
Yeah.
You think I'd dare rip up my
Yeah,
Autumn
no.
Invasion Target novels?
I know it was the cave monster. It's fine.
Yeah, you can have that. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Go on, creature from the pit. Done on that, Jack. Welcome to it.
Have two of them.
Yeah.
No, how have you been, mate?
Yeah, I've been really good. It's very lovely to be asked back. It's not often I get asked back on podcasts. I don't know. I must have a reputation or some sort, which I seem to have broken with this podcast, it's a very good podcast.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I've been listening myself. I've been forced to, obviously, because like I said, I've been trapped in the corner.
I was going to say you've been here, yeah.
Yeah.
You've heard it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah. Well, speaking of podcasts, what's the status of an awful lot of running at the moment?
Yeah, well, we took a sort of extended hiatus post sort of basically the run up to MCM, which I did with Kat. Obviously, I was so burnt out having to deal with her because she was such a diva.
Yeah.
But,
That makes sense.
we did one podcast at Christmas, and then unfortunately, Doctor Who enthusiasm and us all sort of just waned for a bit. But it's come back with me now, so I'm looking to bring it back. Robin, who is my intrepid co-host, is not really feeling that same sort of energy for it a second, and he's not quite as big a fan as me right now. So he's taking a small break, and I'll be looking at bringing on some lovely guest hosts to fill in during that time, and hopefully have some other exciting things happen too. Yeah, but
Beautiful. Yeah, I was. I've been seeing your little coded tweets and posts and things of, maybe I'll get back into it.
I was going to go, yes, one day I shall come back. I shall come back. And yeah, it's I've got some fun ideas. I've got some irons in the pan or something like that, or pans in the oven. I don't know, whatever the term is.
There's something going on. Something with pans.
Something's going on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's all things Red Twilight? I mean, last time you were on, I don't think anything had come out at that point, had it?
No. But now, I suppose at this point now, the entire first batch is out, and we even had a secret Christmas episode or mini-sode written by yours truly, which was very fun to do and very fun to get to do, really. So that's it's the reception to that has been overwhelmingly positive, which has been very lovely, which has been it's we've recorded 3 episodes of the second block, so they are being worked on, and that block should come out at some point this year. Maybe there'll be a trailer around May time if there's any events that I might be in charge of. I don't know.
Interesting.
What do you do in May? I'm just confused. I can't think of.
Yeah,
what could there possibly be? Oh, I don't know. Is it the community show?
Might be.
On a Sunday at MCM Comic Con London at 1 p.m?
Could potentially be that. Yeah, that'll be out by this point. So, I'll be able to reveal who the well, actually.
It's already out. It came out
yeah,
today,
it's
didn't
already out. Yeah, it came out before, didn't it? It came out on
Yeah.
Rose Day. What am I talking about? So
Yeah, man, that was so far off. That was so long ago.
I know,
that was, like, last week or something. When's this
Wait,
coming out?
what's it? What day is it?
Yeah, it's coming out on
It is
Wednesday.
next.
It's coming out the
next
1st of April.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's out, right?
Yeah, it's out. It's out. It's out. People already know that I'm going to be joined by the amazing George Sheard,
Yeah.
the fantastic Katie Haynes,
Yeah.
the spectacular Jake Mancuso,
Yeah.
and of course, part of the 77 Years production team, the co-showrunner Natalia Fox is also joining from Red Twilight as well. So yeah,
You've got a brilliant set of panelists.
Uh-huh.
I know.
That's stacked.
Better than the last lot. I mean, God, they didn't go on too much,
Yeah.
did they? You know?
I know.
I know.
God.
I literally got up and left halfway through it.
These guys are a load of losers. What are they going to do? Star and write Big Finish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Ugh.
As if they've already done it by.
Yeah, they had done it.
Yeah. God.
So funny.
Very funny.
But yeah, I mean, well, we're here today. We're gathered here today to talk about the religious experience.
Well. Before even that,
Oh.
or additionally to that,
Oh.
what number is this episode?
This is episode 50 of the Says Who podcast.
Woo! Oh yeah, 50 eps.
They said it couldn't be done.
And they only gone and did it. Nope.
Almost.
Oh my God.
Good riffing.
Let her cook.
Yeah.
Let her cook.
All day I've been trying to find words. They just haven't formed. What was the sentence I said? They said they couldn't do it, but they've only gone and done it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More?
No?
Give me more, boys.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, man.
God.
Yes. Please
You
let me go
kidding
see
me?
my wife and children.
I've had 50 episodes of this. Please release me.
We'll think about it at 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 50. So we were like, well, what do we do for episode 50? It's got to be the 50th anniversary.
Mhm.
We've got to look at the Day of the Doctor.
Hell yeah.
And who could we have on to talk about the Day of the Doctor? And I heard on the grapevine, Mr. Alexander, that you think this story's all right?
Yeah, it's, this is, I can't even joke. This is quite literally, this is my favourite episode of Doctor Who. And I always, when I say that, I feel like such a vanilla fan. Like I should be saying like, oh, Heaven Sent or Midnight or It Takes You Away, something like that. Some, something else which I love. But no, this is my, not only is it my favourite episode, it's my comfort episode. It's always been there whenever I've needed to feel good about something, not just for how celebratory it is of Doctor Who's history, but just because of how strong it speaks to me as an episode anyway, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, not to go too much into this before we start the review proper, but when I watched this the other night, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, there's something about it, just the vibes. And maybe there's an argument that an element of that is nostalgia or, the little sort of fan servicey bits in there that are peppered in.
Yeah, but it's the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Expect
But I
it,
think
don't you?
just watching it, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm in safe hands. I think that's what it is. I
Aw,
feel
yeah.
like...
I was going to say, it's no lie and no surprise to anyone that I watch this on repeat all of the time.
Yeah.
It's just one of my favourite episodes.
I love the
And-
idea that it's like part 1 of Spearhead from Space, then Day of the Doctor,
Yeah.
part 2 from Spearhead from Space, Day of the
Doomsday.
Doctor again. Yeah.
It's I messaged you the other day, didn't I, when you were saying about
This was embarrassing for me.
what did you
I can't remember
you
what
said
I
that you'd watched Journey's End, or you'd watched Day of the Doctor,
Yeah.
and you were like, so obviously I then had to go and watch Journey's End, and I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not sure what the link is there. And I was like, I assume you've also gone and watched Doomsday and Partner of the Ways. And she was like, have you been looking at my iPlayer recently? I was like, how would I do that from my own home? No, I just know that you'd have watched those fairly recently.
They just feel like they need to be watched all together. Like, I can't watch The Day of the Doctor without then going, oh, okay, well, now I need to watch some form of Rose now.
Okay.
Some form of Rose.
Yeah, so then I'll
Sure.
put on, like, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, it's got to be Doomsday. And then if I watch Doomsday, you have to watch The Partner of the Ways.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're watching The Partner of the Ways and Doomsday, then obviously you have to watch Journey Sand, just to kind of, you know.
I don't know how your brain works.
That's just how it works. That's just how it works.
It's
Anyway.
Yeah, sure. But
No, but big announcement.
Oh.
I watched this episode in its entirety and I didn't skip any Zygons. You're welcome.
Hey, there we go.
This is growth. I'm proud of you.
And there were some moments that, because I had skipped so much over the years, I was like, oh my god, I forgot that happened. And I was like, I genuinely felt like I was in like, oh, what's the word? Like, I was in like a Twilight Zone or something where I was like, this didn't air. This has been put in afterwards.
You've had
just
some
to
kind
trick
of
me.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, I was
You
like,
know what it's like?
what?
Well, I grew up watching the theatrical cuts of Lord of the Rings. So now when I watch the extended editions, I go, well, that wasn't the original.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what
Yeah.
this is, Cat. Yeah.
I was like, that never happened. That didn't happen. I was like, it's great. And it adds so much context to the story, but that didn't happen when it absolutely most definitely did.
I love the idea you're watching. Like, wait, Zygons are in this story? Since when?
No, it wasn't even Zygons. It was something to do with the Time Lords. I was like, it's when they start explaining what the moment is
Had you
at
ever?
the beginning, and I'm like,
Did you ever watch all of this?
Yeah, yeah. I just forgot because I always skip and go straight to, you know, when it cuts to the sand and the footsteps and then
Yeah.
it's him walking into the
Oh.
barn. I always just start from
Mhm.
there because masterpiece. So I get rid of like the first 15 minutes or whatever it is.
Wow.
I mean, that's sacrilege.
Well, that's
I can't support it, Cat. I'm sorry. You know,
Yeah.
and I say that sat here tied up. You know,
knowing that I'm not going to get my Target dinner tonight.
You can have the bookmark and that's it.
Yeah.
No, you promised me the awakening.
No, if I sometimes, very rarely, I watch the full thing, but it hasn't happened in a while until I did it for this podcast, and I was like, oh wow. So I haven't.
Wow.
This is great. But we can talk about it.
Yeah, let's dive in, shall we?
Yeah, I think we should.
Sure.
Where do we want to start?
Or can I ask? Did you go straight to this, or did you do the what I like to call the correct way into?
Night of the Doctor first.
Name of the Doctor, then night, then day.
Why
Okay.
on earth would you sit through Name of the Doctor?
Because if nothing else, right? Okay, the scene of Matt Smith. We talk about the wrong episode now, but I'm going to do it. Scene of Matt Smith sat crying on the sofa breaks me every time.
Yeah.
Him saying goodbye to River, and then jumping into the time stream, and that last final, which by the way, I remember that going out live. I remember sitting there and seeing John Hurt turn around and like introducing John Hurt as the Doctor and having the what do you mean? What do you like that's what, and then having to theorize and think about, you know, what does that mean? Because I want to say there was a good wait between that episode going out and then the 50th, because that was November, obviously. You know,
I think it was about 5 or 6 months. I'm sure it's around like Name of the Doctor was like May, June time. Yeah, and then Night was a little bit early. I think it was like sort of early November, mid-November.
Yeah. I remember because it came out as sort of like a surprise, really, where it was like, you know, because I remember the really boring Doctor Who trivia here thing now, but let's face it, we all do it. The series 7 Part 2 box set leaked, or like a few people had theirs sent out like a week or so early.
Yeah.
So like the reveal of John Hurt as the War Doctor or as the Doctor in that potentially could have got out early, but somehow wouldn't happen now.
Definitely not.
But somehow it managed to stay hidden for a week or so, or a few days until it aired. So everyone got to have that what the F moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't it that Stephen put a post out saying like, please, you know, and then I think they shared a photo from the set of Day of Matt and David together as like a little thank you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nuts. As you say, that would never happen now. Like,
no, we literally have set leaks all the time, now, don't we? You know, like
insane. Yeah, if you think something as big as that in like the 50th anniversary year,
and it didn't get leaked, and then we got the whole of like season 1.
I was gonna say, yeah, just everything.
In its entirety.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was? I mean, let's set the scene for when this was going out in 2013. Where were we at with our love of Doctor Who?
How old was I? 15?
Oh, that hurts.
I was 14.
He's younger. Yeah.
I'd have just turned 14.
How old were you then?
I would have been... Well, no, I suppose we would have been 22. So actually, that's not too...
Yeah.
You know, that's not too bad,
How
is
old
it?
are you?
You know? I'm 35 on Saturday, Kat. Thanks for asking. It's my birthday then. So yeah.
I thought you were literally 2 years older than me.
Well, I mean,
does that make you feel good?
Yeah, I'll take it. You know.
In fairness, I didn't know that you were. I thought you were like late 20s until
you could really like clickbait this on YouTube, like Jack Alexander comes out as old.
I remember it coming out, and I remember being extremely excited about it. Because obviously I don't know anything ever. So I didn't know Billy Piper was in it, and I didn't know David Tennant was in it.
Yeah.
So I remember nearly throwing up when that happened.
But also not when... Because I think we spoke about this, and you didn't even clock when Billy Piper and David Tennant's names come up in the credits.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I'm sure that's nothing. Like I don't understand. That's weird that they've name checked those two, but you know, I'm sure they're not in it or anything.
I just assumed it was like 50th anniversary. It'd be like, oh, they're just, you know, putting some names up there. I guess. I can't remember what my thoughts were.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I do remember seeing Billy Piper on my screen and just bawling my eyes out, wondering what the hell's going on.
Then fast forward about 12 years and you're doing the same thing in the cinema.
And the first 15 minutes.
Fast forward the first 15 minutes. How about you, mate? Where were you at with...
Oh, well, in terms of life, I was just finishing my last year of university. And, you know, by the time this went out, the Doctor, I would have obviously finished. And I remember my wife, my long-suffering wife, then girlfriend, we had like a gap year in between university and me doing my teacher training course. We lived with my parents for that year, and I remember my parents were away that weekend, and she was like, well, do you want to go to the cinema to see this? So I was like, what? Do I want to go to the cinema to see? No, I want the comfort of my own home. I need utter silence. I can't be dealing with anyone else around me, you know, which is how I like to experience, you know, Doctor Who for the most part, you know, but obviously my palette for that has changed in some ways, you know, for certain things, but you know, yes,
did you watch the finales in cinema?
No, I didn't know. Look, if I'd have walked out of Empire of Death and Reality War, haven't seen it in the cinema, I would have been very embarrassed. So it was bad enough sitting on my own sofa at my home and having my wife look at me and go. I won't repeat what I saw the ending of the War Between Land and the Sea with my wife and mother in the same room. And I won't repeat what they both said to me at the end of that because that's not good. That's not good for a nice positive podcast.
I want to know what they said. Can we just cut it out?
Yeah, go on. You cut it out. And I'm like, oh. But anyway, that's Day of the Doctor. Day of the Doctor. Yeah.
Day of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Where were you? You were at home.
yeah, so I was at home, and what I would say is this is not only is it my favourite episode, this was probably my most sort of anticipated episode, because from the moment I got into Doctor Who with Series 1 of Doctor Who, like, as soon as I discovered Classic Who and realised it was the 5 Doctors of the 20th anniversary, something in my head went, well, surely they're going to do a 50th.
Yeah.
And so there's me slowly biding my time going, oh yes, Daleks are back. So, excellent. Cybermen, brilliant. Oh, a new Doctor. Wonderful. This is great. 50th year's coming up. And they're going to do it. And they're going to do it. So then when the news came out, they were going to do the 50th. It was going to be this magnificent thing. And obviously David Tennant was coming back. He was my Doctor. Like, David Tennant was, and is in many ways still my Doctor. So it was... You know, and I know he'd only been gone for about 3 years at that point, really. You know, almost 4, maybe, if you count, and obviously I am. But it felt monumentous to have him back.
Yeah.
You know, at that point. Obviously, you know, we meet the joke that it's all like a swinging door now, where he goes out and he comes back in again. You know, sort of like that. But at that time, it was monumentous to have him on screen with Matt Smith.
Absolutely. I think. As well, because I think it was. I mean, he was both of our Doctors as well. I know both of your like first Doctors would have been Eccleston,
but he was My first Doctor was 9, but my Doctor was 10 for sure.
But he was my first. He was my only.
I haven't seen Doctor Who since.
I stopped watching. I just make up most of what I talk about on this podcast.
I know, and strangely, you're just correct.
Yeah. I think that's the only time you've called my opinions on this
that
podcast
will
correct.
Never happen again.
But yeah, it's kind of surreal, I think, because I'd seen like clips of the 3 Doctors and the 5 Doctors and stuff, like in Confidential or like in those little BBC 3, you know, little documentary junket things that they do.
Had you never seen the 5 Doctors?
Not before this, no.
Really?
I hadn't really seen much Classic Who before. Majority of the Classic Who that I saw was through those DVD files magazines.
But they did the special edition one with the 5 Doctors. Because I remember getting that, and that was on repeat.
It was I think it was a subscriber one or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was actually subscribed.
Okay. Nice flex.
Yeah.
Weird flex, but okay.
I actually still have it. It's on my shelf now.
I know, I've seen it, Kat. I've been looking at it, you know, for the past several months.
You keep shoving it in my face.
Yeah.
You keep making me watch it on repeat.
So yeah, this was the first time really that I'd seen a multi-Doctor. I think I was aware that it could happen, but like hadn't really thought about the prospect of it happening with Doctors that I knew and recognised and grew up with. So yeah, really, seeing David back, even as you say, it's only 4 years, but like 4 years when you're from like 10 to 14, that's a lifetime.
It is,
like,
yeah.
So
it did feel like forever.
Yeah, and it feels, it's that strange sort of, this doesn't quite feel right because you're next to Matt Smith and
your hair's fucking weird for some reason.
And your hair is just not
and
the
you got
same.
a pixie cut and but yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Do you know what is actually really funny that I just thought of?
Go on.
I always fell for that, considering I always missed everything. Every year for April Fools, I'd fall for that. The 10th Doctor's coming back.
Yeah, they can't make that joke anymore because it's.
Yeah, everyone just rolls their eyes audibly now, which is like, you know.
So I wonder if I did, like, if like my grandma, because she used to read the paper, be like, "Oh, David Tennant's coming back," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure," and then he actually came back for the 50th. Do you know what I mean?
You think you're just gaslighting your grandma?
yeah, I'm sure. And where did you read that?
So, I mean, the plot. How do we? I've not made notes on this. I don't know if you can tell.
I just wanted to talk about why I loved it, to be honest.
It's a little bit scattershot. I was gonna make notes, and genuinely had my phone out to start taking notes, and that Hartnell title sequence kicked in
Yeah.
with that Derbyshire theme,
Yeah.
and then like dissolve into that shot of the policeman,
Walking past and the.
and I forgot about my phone for 75 minutes.
Well, do you
I
know?
was just
But that's just the best way to be, isn't it? You know?
yeah, absolutely.
Because I got my notebook out and it says the Day of the Doctor review, and then nothing. Because I did the exact same. I put it on and then just went, oh,
yeah.
and then just sat back and enjoyed the experience.
It's got a real like magic to it. It's got a real like magnetism, I think.
Yeah.
And
Can we just talk about best bits?
just talk about best bits.
Jack, what are your best bits?
Oh, there's so many. Like, my best bits are literally, I was going to say that it's funny you don't have notes because I can just close my eyes and I can just play the entire episode
Yeah.
in my head because I've seen it that many times. I love so many bits. I love the entire thing. I mean,
Yeah.
You're literally just going to have me going like, oh, and then the policeman comes through and then Clara's teaching in a class and then, she goes, and I'm just going to recount the entire story of that because all of it, the best bit, the entire 75 minutes is my best bit.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to need you to hone in on me, go, oh yeah, that's really good, and then I can bounce off that. Right?
Okay, that's fine. What a perfect opening for a 50th anniversary.
It's a really nice homage
to the classics.
And there's
absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a few little things in that. I think even just like having Coal Hill.
Yeah.
No, but I meant just like the opening shot and stuff because it's like the policeman.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, no, carry
on. Yeah, like I know some people. Some people take umbrage with. Well, Clara's never said anything about wanting to be a teacher before, and suddenly she's a teacher.
Sorry.
Let
go cook.
I would say, if you want to talk about things that we've not seen, how did they get out of the time stream thing? At the end of the Name of the Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. And here's the thing. And I'm gonna come to you, children, about this as well. That like teachers don't only exist within school. Like they do go out and do other things. And here's a weird notion. Someone could be qualified as a teacher, but not be working as a teacher during when you first meet them. So
that's fair enough.
So true.
That is really true.
There we go. Well,
there we go.
There you go.
Alexander
Take that, Doctor Who Twitter.
Yeah. But the thing is, I really like, because I'm not a massive fan of necessarily of Clara, Matt Smith. Like, they've got a good run, but I always think Clara, 12th Doctor, and that's when she's got her school run, shall we say. So I prefer Clara when she's got, like, not a better backstory, but she's got a job and she's got all of this stuff. It was nice to see
when she's got more of a sort of developed character as well,
instead of just being a mystery box.
Yeah.
There's a bit more depth to her, isn't there?
And all of her outfits are so cool as well. I love all of Clara's outfits. What?
just they're so cool.
They are, but her Day of the Doctor one, oh my god, it's so good. I have the screen accurate dress.
It's one of the best ones. It really
is.
It's I think so much of that I love that she has the Doctor's moped as well from the Bells of St. John, which is really cool. And then she drives it through. By the way, she drives it through Cardiff. Which obviously she does, but I can't, it's supposed to be London, and because I live so near Cardiff, every time I watch it, I just go, yeah, no, that's the tunnel from the bay. That's probably Brecon, where they are now, in the malls, but it's fine. It's all right, it's okay.
That's just all new Doctor Who,
I was going to say,
it is. It's quite nice because I live in Wales. I will quite often go somewhere and sort of recognise it and do a quick Google search and go, they filmed Doctor Who here. Oh god, they filmed Doctor Who here, and then
So jealous. I wish I lived in Wales. One day cool. I will be living in Cardiff, and no one can stop me.
No one can stop me.
No one.
That's like my dream. Everyone's like, "What's your dream?" I'm like, to live in Cardiff. And I remember Dad turned around to me and went, "Why do you want to live there?" And I was like, I just really want to live in Cardiff. And he went, "It's only because Doctor Who's there." And I went, "And?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also
and-
really like.
And do you know
the
what?
Bay.
You wouldn't be the first. You wouldn't be the first that moved to the first person to move to Cardiff just because they love Doctor Who. You know.
Mhm.
Why did you?
No, but
Oh.
you know.
I thought that was a lead-in.
No, but you know, it's. Let's face it. It was a happy accident that we ended up living so close to Cardiff, which is you
Yeah.
know, which is me like yes, you know. So,
Thank God.
yeah, you know. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I love so much of it. I love, you know, she drives up to the TARDIS and he's there reading a book.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Draft.
oh,
I love it.
beautiful.
Just, I think this is what I mean. The whole thing just feels really
Homely,
fun,
isn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
which I think is impressive considering like the main sort of concept
Is the time.
is this most horrific war, and
Mm.
will beloved family television character Doctor Who commit genocide? Let's find out.
Yeah.
But it's I think the fact that you can take that as your pitch for the story
Yeah.
and still have it be just so much fun and like this romp with action and humor and just like real heart and real drama and character and emotion. Like it's just like full-blooded, I think, which is exactly what you want for a tentpole story like this, I think. Which I think it's even more impressive considering Moffat was like
Really,
running on
yeah.
fumes and everything that could possibly have like
Gone wrong.
gone
did go
wrong and
yeah.
Mhm.
you know, thrown a spanner in the works did. But yeah, it's just so. Yeah, this is going to be one of those episodes where we just go, "Oh, it's good at it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good at it.
I think it's probably one of my favourite kind of lead into the title sequence as well, with the Doctor hanging off
Hanging
the TARDIS
from yeah,
and Clara just holding his ankles awfully, by the way.
She just gives up at one point. She's just
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
just you know.
just
Yeah.
looking down at him, and it's just I love the Doctor just holding on to two handlebars underneath the TARDIS.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
It's
And
so
when
good.
he lands, and he's like, Kate Lethbridge Stewart. Oh my God, I love
Yeah.
him.
What was it? He says something like, "It's like you know, I don't enjoy."
Well,
Your father would have told you, "I
Told
don't
you,
enjoy."
I don't like being picked up,
Oh, yeah.
and that sounded better in his head.
I think that sequence is like I was beaming away watching it.
Uh-huh.
Like just that from Matt's little scream and Janet, Doctor. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun.
it feels so good, doesn't it?
Like-
You watch it and you're like, your blood's pumping and you're like, yeah, let's go. It does
Just-
really like, it feels like rally the troops, let's go,
Oh, it
doesn't
really
it?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
And do you know what? I'm going to say
Sorry.
something controversial. I never thought it was overplayed through the era. I never did. Every time it played, I was like, well, that banger's playing again. Here we go.
Yeah.
I was getting hyped for it. So
Yeah,
you know.
100%.
No, I agree. I think I can understand why. I can understand why people say that it is, and I think there are some sequences that because I'm doing a bit of a watch through of Matt's era at the minute, and there are some
He
sequences that
walks
kind
through
of
the door.
stick out.
And then he picks
Yeah.
up a biscuit and I'm the Doctor playing.
Like there's somewhere it's like it probably shouldn't be here. You know, it's like that. Like in the old
the old
like Sean
classics.
Connery like
Oh.
James Bond films, and it'll be like a really long shot of like he'll pick up a phone and be like, okay, I'll be down in a minute, and he'll put the phone down and just get up and walk out of his hotel room, and you just get doom 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 doom. Ba-da, 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 ba. It's like he's just going downstairs.
I've never seen James Bond, so I can't relate.
Shock! You've not seen a film.
I haven't seen any of them. I get James Bond and Mission Impossible mixed up. I thought it was the same thing.
Yeah.
It was you that taught me that it wasn't the same thing.
Yeah, I think probably live on the podcast. I don't know if it made it in the edit.
Oh, I don't know.
There was one episode, and I don't know if it made it in, but genuinely about 45 minutes we spent of me going, no, Kat, that's That's not the same film. What's that one with the cars? Might have to be more specific.
What is the one with the cars?
What,
The
Fast and the
cars, is that-
Furious. Surely.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought she meant.
What did I mean?
She went, no, the one with the racing, the Fast and the Furious. No,
Oh no, she means Disney Pixar's cars. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah.
that's what I went to next. No.
Herbie Fully Loaded? Is that what I meant?
No, you were talking about Transformers.
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know.
So, yeah, I think this film club idea is happening at some point.
People want the Cat and Tips Film Club.
Yeah.
But what were we talking about before that?
Oh
no, yeah, my reference is like Classic Who when they just, that sound. I can't replicate it. It's in like Tom Baker's era when they just repeat that like Classic Who sound for everything.
What's the Classic Who sound?
I can't
Which one do you
replicate
mean?
it.
Like there are plenty of Classic Who sounds that go through my head. It's like the.
No, not that
That's
one.
really
But also
good.
that is definitely really
Yeah.
one of them. But yeah, that's my only frame of reference. Anyway, sorry. I can't James Bond with you boys.
Sorry.
Sure. Sorry, I was going to try and get Sean Connery. I couldn't think of anything to say that was like
I don't even know who
good
Sean
for it, you know?
Connery is.
No, it's fine.
You don't know who Sean Connery
Have I
is?
seen him in something?
No,
Okay.
probably not. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Doctor Who.
where do we go? She's like, you better come with me. And they walk into the National Gallery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Something I appreciated on this watch is how quickly it just goes bam.
Straight into the
Story.
action. Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we have the cute little opening. You have your fun of Jenna Coleman on a moped and
Yeah.
the Matt hanging, God knows
Avatar.
how high in the air over Trafalgar Square.
And he loved it. You saw his face, it was beaming.
And then it's like, okay, story, because we've got loads to do now.
Hmm.
Let's get stuck in.
I love that giant picture of Gallifrey Falls as well.
Yeah, the portrait
Yeah.
is.
I love the way they set up the story as well, like how they have that opening, and then you have the Time Lord art, which is
Yeah.
Gallifrey Falls or No More. Which
No More,
they're like, oh, it
yeah.
has two titles, but blah blah blah, and then you have the introduction of the idea of the War Doctor there, where the Doctor says to Clara, it's the one I don't talk about, and
Yeah.
you have the amazing shot of Matt Smith going no more,
No more.
and it
And then
cuts
it
back
cuts
to
to-
it's so good.
It's so good. Yeah.
The direction for this episode is stunning.
Yeah.
Like Nick, I never know how to pronounce his surname. Is it Huron or Haran? I never know.
I don't either.
Every
No.
time I try
Yeah.
to, I'm gonna go with Huron.
Why do you do two and then Google it and then you can pick which one you want to?
Because I'm probably gonna say his name more than once, so I'd have to do 2 takes of each sentence.
Just say his first name
I don't know that one.
then.
No, Nick Huron, I think, directs the fuck out of this. And he's done. I mean, it's so stylish. Like
Yeah.
it's so just. It's got so much character to how it's shot. And I mean, and all his stories do with because he did Asylum of the Daleks, Angels Take Manhattan, The Girl Who Waited in the God Complex.
All bangers, apart from
Bangers.
one.
Yeah, just that like, as you say, the weird sort of like, almost like hard cuts in the editing between Matt and John Hurt and the fire in the eyes, and then these close-ups and like it. I don't know. It just really like. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. It's just like visceral. Like there's something about it. It's just a really creative way. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a really creative, sort of inventive way of showing that it's not just a close up on Matt in the gallery looking a bit solemn.
Remembering himself as the War Doctor.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, I'm da 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 da. Like it's how can we show this visually? It's a very like.
The whole 50th anniversary special is though, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think that's great. I also love, and I guess this is kind of like a scripting thing as much as a direction thing, but how it transitions before all of the Doctors meet, how it transitions between those different time periods and settings.
Yeah.
So you go like have 11 and Clara in the gallery, then we zoom into the painting.
And and then you've got
it's gorgeous.
the
And you
Time
just
Lords
have
and
all hell where the Murray
Yeah.
Gold
Yeah.
score just booms up, and you're just like, oh my god! And this was like our first vision of the Time War as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know, so it's like, oh my god! Like I can remember sitting there, going, oh my god, they're actually doing it. They're actually doing it.
Yeah.
It feels
Epic.
it feels epic. It feels, you feel the drama and the weight of it.
And we have been waiting since Russell set it up in series 1 as well.
Yeah.
So we've had 7 series of like really wanting to know what's going on, and now this is our first chance to see it.
Yeah, and I like that, because I know some people are like, you know, the Time War is set up as being this like so big and so incomprehensible that you could never show it on screen and do it justice. And I agree with that to a certain extent, but I think they cleverly get around it here with it being like, this is the last
last days,
day,
like
it's descended just into a skirmish of just, you know, it's not these big, you know, the Nightmare Child and the armies of never wers and whens and all those big cataclysmic things. It's
the Doctor.
Soldiers on the ground with blasters, and Daleks coming down and.
But we don't
pew
really
in them,
see
like...
a lot of the Time War, though. It is really heavily focused on the Doctor's journey.
Yeah, I think it's a nice sort of get around to have it as the last sort of desperate scramble.
Yeah.
To, you know, everything else has kind of failed.
Yeah.
So it's just resorted to. Yeah, it's really nice. But I really love how it will transition from 11 into the painting, and then we get Matt remembering it, and then they'll walk through and they see the portrait of Tennant, and that's when we go to and then from there a portal comes through and the Fez comes through, like, which has taken us back to Matt.
A Fez.
And then like
is that the Wicked Witch of the Well? He's talking to you. Why am I the witch? No, Clara.
I love even way before that where he sees the Fez and he puts on the ears, like, you know, just once you can walk past the Fez.
It's never gonna happen. And his little hop skip. I love Matt Smith so much. I love the 11th Doctor.
There's some great little bits in this.
What I will say is you completely skipped over the
No, I was just saying specifically the transitions of how it moves from scene to scene. We can go back.
Because we need to talk about the moment.
Oh, don't we just?
Because we need to talk about Billy Piper.
Go on then.
It's nothing. It's just a wolf.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk more about it.
No, I will talk more about it. I just love it. It's so good. And just seeing... I remember... Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me just get my thoughts because I'm getting really excited. I just need to calm down before I start shouting and stuff. Hold on. Special interests mode is activated. I think that John Hurt and Billy Piper have such amazing chemistry. And I think Billy Piper does incredible at pretending to be a sentient being. Like the consciousness of this kind of destructive war weapon that's going to completely wipe out Time Wars, Daleks, everything. And then coming through is like that morality conscious. Like, conscience, like, they must have told you a moment had a conscience, hello, and just to talk the Doctor through it and say why he definitely shouldn't be using her to end it because there are other ways. I just think it's such a nice setup for, especially because we've seen all the way through 9 through 10, now through 11, how much they regret it, how the significant impact that it's had on them, at each of the Doctor, and remembering and regretting it. And then watching it unfold and play out in real time it's just such a good
Yeah.
way to kind of not wrap up, but for the 50th anniversary for what we've had before from the start of series 1, it's a really nice like way to kind of show it and end it and move past it, because we don't really come back to it through series 8 plus, apart from finding Gallifrey, which we don't really do.
Yeah, I think it's because there's an argument that people say it's not really an anniversary, like it's not really a celebration of 50 years. It's a celebration of like the 8 years of New. Have I got the maths right there? Yeah, 8 years of New Who, and I think I understand
But
where people are coming from there, but I think that's
there are
more
classic elements in there.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
think
like they
it's just
completely ignored
because
it. Yeah.
the main concept that the story revolves around is a New Who concept.
Yeah, but the 2 Doctors and the 3 Doctors don't really have like massive callbacks and stuff.
Yeah, but
Really?
I think it's the fact that it's like I think people were sort of saying like, oh, classic Who doesn't really get a look in here. It's all New Who.
Yeah, but you've got it through props. You've got it through Unit,
Mm-hmm.
really, because Unit is like a big thing.
Well, I think
Kate
you got
Lethbridge
you got the
Stewart.
Zygons.
You've got the Zygons, which is a
Yeah.
classic monster.
You've got the resolution of how they end up saving Gallifrey, which involves every Doctor as well.
All of
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
You've
You
got
get Tom coming
Baker,
back.
you know.
Coming back
Yeah.
the curator.
Mm.
And like
Oh.
all of the little Easter eggs in the Black Archive.
Yeah,
Because there's a load of like props and stuff in there.
yeah.
And you've even got the picture board and Susan's on it, and
Mhm.
I think they do it really well they know who their audience are, because the predominant large based audience is people who have picked up from New Who, so this was really catered for New Who. However, although it's a 50th anniversary, they put in little Easter eggs and like little bits for you to spot if you are a classic viewer.
Yeah.
And there are lots of elements that they've incorporated like the Zygons and that kind, and obviously with having like from 1 through 13, which we 12, well, also no several 13, but obviously the 12th Doctor Peak World, like they what?
Well, yeah, well, no, several 13, but obviously 12 stars of people come out, but it's just the way.
What I'm saying is, I think they balanced it really well without it being, because imagine, for example, you said you didn't watch any classic Who at this point. If you were a kid or however old and you were sat here and you had never seen classic Who, you never had it referenced, whatever, and you're watching it and that appears on your screen, you're gonna go, who's this guy?
Yeah.
If like the 7th Doctor just rocks up.
I'm not saying I understand why people were a bit
I think it
miffed about
balances it well.
but also you're never going to please everyone.
No.
And I
No.
think this is absolute. I think they absolutely made the right call.
Yeah.
Because you can't, get like, what are you going to do? Like at this point, 3 of the Doctors are dead.
Say it a bit nicer. They've passed on.
3 of the Doctors have passed on.
Thank you.
And like the others are what 30 years older than they were when they were in the role.
That didn't stop
but I
them
mean,
from Power the Doctor.
No, but like
they're
to
in
have
it.
them for
They're in it. I've seen the Five-ish Doctors reboot. They're underneath the sheets in that scene. They're in it. Come on.
Kat hasn't seen the Five-ish Doctors.
What?
She's sorry.
What?
She's also never seen An Adventure in Space and Time. She doesn't even know what the Five-ish Doctors is. Apparently, I've just been told.
Oh,
I'm hearing.
You are gonna have the best night. You are gonna have the best night. Oh my gosh.
We're doing it for a commentary track at some point. We're doing an Adventure in Space and Time this November.
Yeah.
And then I've got the Five-ish Doctors lined up somewhere.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is. So what are they stood under when the Zygons break the statues? Is that where they stand? Is that what you mean?
That first scene where Matt Smith comes through and looks at the bits of like statue, like dust on the floor,
Stone
and goes
dust?
through. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. They're underneath the
I thought
It might just be for the Five Doctors, but I always in my head just went, yeah, no, Colin, Sylvester, and Peter are there. There,
Are they? No. Is it canon? I'll Google.
Is it canon?
Is it canon?
It's not their characters. It's not.
What?
It's not them as their characters.
It's the
So why?
actors. You need to watch the Five-ish Doctor.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's probably as much in there as they can get away with without it being like, remember this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because it doesn't feel like even like the obvious classic reference or inclusions, I should say. It's not, like the Zygons. It's not the Doctor being like,
our encounter.
he's not talking about Loch Ness and
Yeah.
like all of that.
You mean Sarah Jane, my former companion?
Yeah, it's just like, they're there, and they're doing something. Like if you know what they are,
it's a lesson which I feel that Modern Who needs to sort of relearn. Is that you can do? I've been very critical of Doctor Who sniffing its own farts or reheating its own nachos for in recent memory, where I feel that the Doctor does it in a perfect sort of seamless way of blending that nostalgia into a way that feels new, that maybe more recent stuff doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it ostensibly takes all the only real like new element, I guess, is the War Doctor, and pretty much everything else is old stuff and stuff that's come before
In some way, yeah.
but taking it and just going in a new direction with it and doing something new. We'll take 1975 Terror of the Zygons. Yeah, we'll take those. We'll throw those in. The Time War from a few years. Yeah, we'll do something with that. David Tennant. Yeah, you'll come back for anything. Like, just like
they
mix
didn't know
in.
that at that point.
They did. He was knocking at that door, going, Stephen, I've made a mistake.
He does not sound like that.
Go on then.
No.
What?
Yeah, come on, Cat. Come on.
Yeah. Go on. Well, but okay, maybe you did it. Maybe you did it in character. Maybe he was like trying to prove it. Stephen, I've not lost it. Come on, can I come back? Come on, please, Matt. Will you share the TARDIS with me?
Please.
Your sonic screwdriver is bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. Can I just say? And I'll just put it here, and then we don't have to talk about it anymore. But can I just say? Listen, if I was in any way, shape, or form involved in Doctor Who, oh my god, I'd be emailing every single week asking if I could come back. Oh my god!
I'm surprised you don't do that now. Like,
please,
can I come?
Please,
can I be on it?
Can
please?
I just, like, I'm not being funny. Like, if I was the Doctor and I had a run or whatever, and then I got an email going, "Oh, would you like to come back for the fit?" Yes. Oh, we're doing this. Would you like to? Yes.
I'm not.
Oh, would you like? So I know that he comes back a lot.
I'm not knocking him.
I would not turn that down.
No, I love David. It's only because he's such a fan himself that I can see that he's going, oh yeah, go on, I'll come back. Like,
I could not imagine in any place of my life where I'd be like, nah.
I think I can understand it in some ways. Like, like if I think of like Tom Baker not coming back for the Five Doctors and stuff, like he'd only left it about 18 months before they mounted that. And I think that maybe there's an element of, like not coming back to it being that, this was my thing and this was really special to me to have to go back again and sort of share that can be a bit, maybe it lessens it, or maybe in terms of career wise they just want a bit of distance or a bit of space, or maybe they're thinking, the longer I leave it, the bigger check I'm gonna get from Big Finish.
Yeah, there's a few factors, I think, but I think David's just he just loves it, doesn't he? Like, I feel like he'd do it for free. I feel like
I'd do it for free.
Don't clip that.
Cut it. Cut it.
That's got in the edit.
No.
I think David would come back for
2p and a brownie.
Yeah, like bless him. Yeah, I'm not at all knocking him for coming back
No.
because I think I'd be exactly the same.
It's his suit as well, isn't it? It's
Uh,
his suit because they didn't have another version of his
It
suit.
might, yeah, actually, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Every time he comes back as the 10th Doctor, it's his suit that he had at home.
But what happened with his hair? Like, did they just forget how to do his hair in the 3 years he took off?
You know what? What I will say is I'm not that arsed about his hair in the 50th anniversary special. The hair I'm arsed at is whatever they thought they were doing with the 60th anniversary specials.
See, I don't mind the 60th hair.
He doesn't... Okay, right.
Yeah, but that's not the 10th Doctor's hair. That's the 14th Doctor's hair, Cat.
Yeah.
I don't care. In what universe do you have clumps of hair stick? He looks like the Grinch. He has Grinch hair. You can't... I will find a specific photo and I will show you. Right, let me see. You two talk. Let me go.
Okay, go on then. I quite like 14's hair. I think it's maybe just a bit too like choppy.
No.
Like, no?
Hold on.
Okay.
No, you carry on talking.
No, I think it's, I have to be fair to them. By the time 10 lands on Gallifrey, they've sorted it out. Like, whatever's gone
they've started.
wrong.
Yeah.
So, like, that's pretty,
I wonder if that's... Because there's a bit in the barn, isn't there, where they're, like, devising the plan, and David's doing his classic, like, oh, yes, brilliant, like, ruffling his hair. And that shot where Billy's behind him and he can't, and he's like, "Do you say bad wolf?"
Yeah.
Like, because he's been messing with his hair,
it's
it's a bit all over the place. It's like, yeah, there it is. That's how you usually have it. Not this little.
Can I just borrow your phone a second, please?
My phone. Are you really?
Yeah.
You're really fixated on trying to find this hair, aren't you?
No, I've already found it. I just need to get another photo.
I love how we're derailing the podcast to look at the 14th Doctor's hair.
I know, yeah.
Okay. I can't really see.
Yeah, that's not.
That's not really. Yeah, I do kind of see it.
Look!
There's similarities.
You can't tell me. Right, now you look.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Look.
I can see it. I've just seen it on the screen.
But Liam, you need to look at it.
Shall we continue talking about the story?
Yeah, let's do that. Dear the Doctor.
Yeah. How do we feel about David in this story? Like the 10th Doctor in the story?
It happens again, where controversially, it will come out in the next episode of the podcast, where I'm not a fan of Stephen Moffat writing the 10th Doctor in The Girl in the Fireplace.
Okay.
And for the longest time, and I think, don't shake your head. Are you shaking your head too?
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Remember what your dinner is tonight.
Jack, I'm appalled of where
and
I've had to compromise for where I've put Girl in the Fireplace on the tier list, and the compromise makes me feel sick.
And I felt like this for a very long time until I kind of got used to it and let it sit in my body a little bit, of the 10th Doctor's, how he's written in the 50th anniversary as well. I think because it's not as, and it never will be, but it's me having to process it, because he will never act exactly the same as what he did from series 2 through 4.
But how do you feel about
a bit different?
How do you feel about how he's written in Blink and the Library story? Because that's obviously not fair.
Yeah, but you don't, I don't mind it in Silence in the Library. And in Blink, he's not really. It's all over VHS. Well, DVD recordings, isn't it? So it's not really. It doesn't really feel different. But particularly in The Girl in the Fireplace, and
I would be fascinated to I'd love to slip into that parallel universe where 10 stayed on for series 5 and there was that plan where Moffat.
Yeah.
I would love to see your reaction to that series.
What plan?
Oh,
do you not,
what plan?
Do you not know about this?
What plan? What plan? What plan?
Okay,
what
so
plan?
Before Tennant left, he was originally thinking of sticking around, and series 5 with Moffat being showrunner would have happened, but with the 10th Doctor instead of the 11th Doctor. So all that would have
Doing what?
happened. You would have had the 10th Doctor with Amy Pond, essentially.
Mhm.
But with the idea...
Oh,
And-
that feels illegal, doesn't it?
Right, with the idea, though, of him regenerating at the end of that series. But, yeah.
And the plot would have been that, so obviously he crashes in her garden, all torn up and battered and bruised. She helps him back into the TARDIS. He flies away, then comes back when she's an adult, but it's the Series 6 thing of it being the younger Doctor. So it's that the Doctor that landed when she was a kid is the 10th Doctor that's dying. And then the rest of the series would be him getting to that point, and then he, for whatever reason, goes back in time and crashes in her garden
Thank God he
to
left.
go off. And so it's the series, it's the Series 6 thing.
Yeah, I don't vibe with Series 6, so I'm really glad that didn't happen.
It's an interesting what if,
Yeah.
but I think to
Oh
see
wait,
like
no, we wouldn't have had God Complex with David Tennant, would we?
No.
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 That'd be really cool. What? We get Vincent and the Doctor though in Series 5.
Mm.
Yeah.
Imagine. Okay, what else have we got?
Amy's Choice.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on then. Here's the thing. So would Amy be in love with the Doctor still? Would that still be a thing?
Well, I don't know if she's ever
not
in love
sure.
with
Well,
him,
no,
but-
okay, no, not okay. Sorry, not in love. She has a love for him, and he's her imaginary childhood best friend, whatever.
Yeah.
So that would have still been a thing. So that would.
Presumably.
Hmm.
I mean, bear in mind this isn't all fleshed out. This is like, oh, this is what I would do. Oh, David, you're going, okay.
That'd be so weird.
Mm.
Mm.
I do think it's an interesting, like,
It's a very
What
cool
if?
what if, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a bit
cool.
like, bring it back to the Day of the Doctor. Jenna Coleman was
Thank
the
you,
only,
Jenna.
she was the only actor sort of under contract
Yeah.
at this point. So there could have been a cut of Day of the Doctor where it was just Clara doing something. Like, Matt Smith didn't have to be there. David Tennant didn't have to be there. So there's stories about that as well, like what the idea would have been.
What
with
would the
her,
idea
like-
have been?
I'm not sure. I think it was Liam. You might be better to speak to this than me because I can't remember the exact.
I'm pretty sure it was. He was talking about an idea where she'd still be stuck in that time stream,
I knew it. I was gonna say, I bet it's still the time stream stuff.
but rather than having any of the actual Doctor actors there, you'd
She'd
have
play
them.
them.
Yeah. It's Jenna Coleman. It's the Jenna Coleman show.
Yeah, in all of the Doctor costumes.
No, it would have been like not stunt casting, but like big names, kind of like they did with
Oh,
John
like-
Hurt, but
Oh.
having,
I was gonna say Curse of Fate would.
sort of, yeah,
kind of.
Yeah.
and having a Hugh Grant pop up, but he's sort of playing an almost third Doctor something or whatever.
Hugh Grant for my third Doctor? I think not.
That was so camp.
Wow.
Hugh
Yeah.
Grant for my third Doctor. I think not, darling.
Sorry, we just watched Dimensions in Time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hence, that's why I've got a cider on the go, Jack.
Yeah.
I'm not just.
Why are you so sorry? I love it.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh.
There's
It's terrible.
There's
It's
a point.
great.
There is a point in that commentary, and I'm not proud of it. But Kat's sort of enthusing about it, and I obviously had enough, and I just went, "No, Kat, this is shit. It's
And-
really bad."
Whatever.
But something that's really good, Day of the Doctor.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm used to it now from all of the times that I've watched it. I'm used to it now. I just feel really weird with, and I don't know if this is nostalgia and like a bit of like my childhood still being with Ten and Rose, but I do feel I felt it with The Girl in the Fireplace. I don't feel comfortable with the 10th Doctor and Renee. Renee, oh my god, why can't you go Renee? With the 10th Doctor and Renee, like that romance. I don't really like the Doctor and Queen Elizabeth. Like that kind of situation. I think with both of them, they just feel a bit forced, and I think that's why I don't like it. But also, the way he talks about Queen Elizabeth, when it's like, oh, and the stench that could stun a horse, but how I know you're not the real Elizabeth is whatever. And she's like, well, I am the real Elizabeth. And I'm thinking, yeah, but even the Doctor wouldn't say that. Like, I don't know, it just feels like a bit out of place. And then it's like, oh, just to go back on my previous comments, whatever. And I'm just like,
I don't know.
it feels a bit weird.
It reminds me a bit of in the Sontaran story where he's talking about Martha, and he's like, frankly, you smell. Like,
yeah, no, yeah,
and I know that's because he is talking to the clone,
yeah,
but he thinks he's talking to the Zygon here.
Yeah, no, I know, but I don't know. It just feels a bit weird. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I think generally with both Matt and David, the script kind of slightly turns up their idiosyncrasies. I think to differentiate them a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and it definitely plays up more the alien sort of side of them, because the War Doctor seems far more human. Really, in his portrayal, and I think that makes sense really for what they do with him in terms of the sort of the weight he's carrying through this of making the decision to whether he presses the button or not. So
yeah. I mean, we've gone long enough without talking about John Hurt. Oh, what a get!
So good.
What
so good.
a get for Doctor Who. Like,
I can't think of
insane.
I can't think of a better War Doctor either.
No.
Yeah, I think it's incredible how, I mean, it just shows an actor of his caliber can come in, not really know what's going on, and still in 75 minutes cement himself as
one of the Doctors.
The Doctors. Yeah. And I never really question that he's
not in it.
I'm like, well, he's a Doctor. He's one of the Doctors. And I don't know. It's just, I mean, there's that interview clip of David and Matt where they're talking about, they're like, we're running, like bouncing off the walls, like, you know, all of this and wild,
and he doesn't have to.
And he slightly shifts his eye line, and it's like, oh god, like he's so good, so good, like one of the best British actors to have ever done it.
I completely agree with that. And he walks into it like, like none of the knowledge of Doctor Who, like maybe knows that it was a thing or what have you, but walks into there, just gives this performance with this depth and this nuance as well, of just, which you just think that, this, you can almost believe that he was a Doctor and did have his own era, which obviously you could argue to say he went on and did the Big Finish, before he very sadly passed away. But like it's not an enviable job either, is it, as well? Because let's face it, we know what Doctor Who fans are like. We've seen reactions to certain casting things here. This one, I think there was some trepidation sort of around it, the idea of like, oh, what are they going to do? Like, oh, this messes with the numbering, which, let's face it, we're so past that shit now.
I was going to say,
that was it.
Come on,
little did they know.
But that I think that he walks on and instantly just sells everybody on premise. Instantly, everyone's just like, that broke hook,
And I think you kind of needed an actor like John Hurt, or like a performance like that, to be able to sell that idea, because it is a bit of a cheeky concept of Stephen going, oh, there was a hidden Doctor that you didn't really know about, and but it makes sense though, because it couldn't have been the Eighth Doctor. You couldn't have really it wouldn't have made sense for it really. Like, I know people said, oh, you should have done it with Paul McGann. Like, I love Paul McGann. I don't think I would have wanted to see this.
I wouldn't have wanted to see it, though.
And Eccleston as well. Like, obviously, Eccleston didn't come back for it. But, there were conversations about it. Again, I don't see him doing it
pushing
either,
the button.
Yeah.
None of the Doctors that we had before, I can't visualise pushing that button. And I think it would have not ruined what we've already previously had, but I don't think it would have added the depth of what they would have thought it would have if they did bring back 9, or if they did bring back 8 to do that. I do think it needed someone that we hadn't thought about or knew existed to do that, just to kind of save what came before.
Yeah.
But in doing so, it does add that emotional depth, and it does add intrigue, and it adds the drama. I don't think that we could have got that with any Doctor that we had before, personally. And John Hurt was just perfect for it as well, because even just in the way that he's costumed, how he looks, how he delivered all of his performance, you can feel that he had gone through the Time War and had got to this moment. I don't think that you could have had that. Paul McGann's an amazing actor. Christopher Eccleston is an incredible actor. Like, they could have acted it, but I think
because you're bringing your prior knowledge and experience with those characters to it.
It wouldn't have felt right.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have looked right on them.
Yeah.
But having John Hurt and then going back and watching series 1, that deepens it. And that puts emotional weight on it that that wasn't there before. It was there anyway through dialogue and all of the stories and stuff, obviously, but it does add that extra layer on. Now we've seen it later on, so it enhances it in that way. But I don't think it would have if we had them come back to do it.
I think the most admirable thing that John Hurt does is he comes onto this, silly fantasy sci-fi show and just delivers a performance with so much conviction and so much, like, as you say, Jack, like depth and nuance and gravitas, and really
There's a real care
commits
for it,
to
isn't
it,
Yeah.
as and treats it with and approaches it exactly the same way he would any other character.
Yeah.
Oh
in
yeah,
as a
it could be
Shakespearean
Shakespeare.
tragedy. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think that because he could have so easily turned up and just been like, "What's this old Doctor Who? Yeah, all right, whatever. Oh no, I'm sad. Oh, aliens." Like he could have phoned it in. Like he could have so easily phoned it in, and he gives like such an incredible performance. Like, God love him.
He even gets some funny bits as well, which is like really lovely as well. Like when he's like, like you're me, even that one.
Yes.
You're in your sand shoes, like
You're my future selves. Yes. Am I having a midlife crisis?
Why are you waving your sort of screwdrivers like that? They're scientific instruments.
not water pistols. You look
What
like
are you going
you've
to
seen
do?
a
Assemble a cabinet at them? Yeah.
Oh,
So many great lines. I also love the bit with where Ten marries Queen Elizabeth, and you just get John Hurt and Matt Smith. Does this happen a lot in the future? Does start to happen, yeah.
Which is such a funny meta joke as well, isn't it? Of being like all classic Who is all no hanky panky in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Doctor pretty much snogs everyone once a series by the time it's an RTD series,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much, even just silly things like, what is copper soup?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
We don't need to land. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do a little bit.
So many great lines in this, and I love the bickering between the Doctors. Like it's such a, I mean, it's kind of a staple of a multi-Doctor story, and I like that it starts as, like Matt and David getting their Sonics out and
compensating for what? Regeneration is a lottery.
Yeah.
Brilliant line.
It's the modern equivalent of the Three Doctors. It really is.
Yeah.
And then
it is.
It's 2 and 3 having their bickering, isn't it? And then the War Doctor's just the first Doctor, really. And
comes in and he's serious, and he's like, right, you two clowns, come on.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think it absolutely is. It's definitely modelled on the Three Doctors.
Yeah.
It's a modern sort of taking that dynamic of those three.
I know we've talking.
With Christopher Talken.
Who?
Don't worry.
Talken. Christopher talking. What? Oh, cat. Go on, say your point, please.
It's all
From
right.
what?
I enjoyed that though. Thank you.
That's fine.
What's he been in?
It really.
A lot.
It
Alright. Okay. We've talking a lot. Oh my god.
Okay, it's got to stay in now.
Yeah,
It's got to
yeah.
stay in. You've done it twice.
Oh my god. We have talked a lot
Mhm.
about how funny they are.
Mhm.
Can we please talk about the scene when they're locked in the Tower of London?
Oh my god.
Oh, God. And I'll tell you now, as a father, just the line, how many children, hits on a new
Mhm.
level. They're already,
Yeah.
obviously, whether you want to just look outside and what happens every day, it's already, that's a line that carries so much depth, such a harrowing reality of it. But again, as a parent now, to think of that, it just really, it hurts. It
Yeah.
really hurts, and to think of that being such a sort of a underpin of the Doctor's character. If you
Yeah.
think of that all the way through, he's carrying that, the moment has that line, one night you'll wake up and you'll be on it and you'll count all of them. It's
Yeah. And you believe that this character, like, this is the same character that will spend billions of years in an infinite loop,
Yeah.
like locked in a prison of his own grief. Like, you completely believe that this is the same man that would genuinely count
Count
one
how
by
many?
one,
Yeah.
just to, like, yeah. I think because when you hear in series 1 that he's killed all of his people, your head immediately goes to the Gallifreyan cabinet. Like,
Yeah.
it goes to
Yeah.
the Time,
Those Time
Lords.
Lords, it doesn't go to the women and children, does it?
And then, yeah, I think when you're like, no, it's everyone on Gallifrey, all
Yeah.
those like civilians,
Yeah.
and yeah, the children. Like, it's something that you never really
Consider.
yeah. Which, yeah, as I mean, it's kind of touched on in the war speech that's always shared from the Zygon two-parter in series 9. Yeah, it's there are innocent, completely blameless people that will perish, and I feel that's the core of the guilt
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
I think he could live with doing Rassilon in, like,
Oh yeah,
like
face it.
that's not really
Rassilon, Barusa, fuck 'em,
yeah, Sodom.
Yeah.
God.
Like little Timmy Time Lord, like, and his
Timmy Time Lord.
and his
with his freshly polished time fob watch.
yeah,
Oh.
just first day at the academy.
Yeah, with his little fob watch.
That's what keeps him up at night.
Yeah.
And it's such a lovely way of doing that with the whole thing of Matt's Doctor being like, no, like,
remember.
why would I do that? And then the reveal that no, he did count.
Yeah.
And you've just forgotten.
Yeah.
And
400 years, or whatever, is that all it takes?
Yeah.
I love that whole scene. The man who regrets and the man who forgets.
Oh.
I just think that hits so hard.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting to take, we spoke a little bit there about, isn't it fun when the Doctors are bickering? But then you kind of extrapolate that for a scene for its real, like, dramatic weight and potential in something like that, where you have that clash of, because Ten's very angsty, and he's in his, like, his Time Lord Victorious. He's just coming off the back of Waters of Mars and stuff.
So he's really amped up, isn't he?
Yeah, and 11 has kind of not moved on, but there's a certain sense of, like, having forgiven himself and having new traumas to deal with.
Yeah.
And, so you kind
You're
of
facing that again, isn't he?
You kind of see both sides, I think, of 10 being furious and being like, "What do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
how do you not know that?
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing that's ever happened to
And
me."
it's But it's also, I really love it, you know, when the moments like take a closer look and it's at the end when Clara's like, and these are the people you're gonna burn, and they do the montage of
that
the
shot.
screaming and the kids in the fire
Yeah,
with the
and it
hurts as well.
It is like, you know, as you guys were saying about that you couldn't imagine Paul McGann's Doctor pushing the button or Chris Eccleston's. It's kind of echoed in Clara being like, where she stood there and
at the end when she's like, I just never pictured you doing it. That's all.
Because
I love that ending.
Because you do go, oh, okay, well the Doctor killed them all, but I can never really
picture which one it is.
Yeah. And I think that was the whole kind of ethos for the story, that Moffat was like, I really like the idea of the Time War, but and all of the stories that came out of it and all of that character stuff.
But I don't have a Doctor who did it.
I never really believed that he would do it.
Yeah.
And it's such a brilliant way of going. It's such a brilliant way of like retconning it, of being like, oh, actually, no, the Doctor never did do it.
Yeah.
It's just, and I love that moment of them in the barn, all of them realizing it, and then like, you know, the War Doctor's like, oh, that is good.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, I get that too.
I've been thinking about it for centuries.
But I love how that's seeded as well. The whole same software, different case. With and it's seeded in a scene that doesn't quite get to play out because it's like interrupted with that incredible punchline of like they're having this big momentous like, oh no, because if you're the future me and then it's the same Sonic, so if we calculation still right, calculation complete. We can fragment the disrupt the atomic structure of the,
and then Clara bang.
Yeah.
Like
it was
unlocked. Yeah.
So that
3 doctors and none of you tried to do the door. Well, it should have been locked. Yes, why wasn't it locked? I love all of that.
Because that to me distilled is that character.
Yeah.
That is the Doctor. Like brilliant and, you know, full of that inventive, like creative solutions to these problems, and you know he's never gonna kick the door down or like he'll just disintegrate.
He'll figure out a way, through science
and thinking in his brain.
Yeah.
But he's not thought about
opening
trying to open it.
Yeah.
Like
it's like, I always like to think of it as the Doctor. They're the dumbest, most intelligent person in the universe.
Yeah.
You know?
They are the smartest idiot.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. I really love that. But then I like that kind of catches you off guard because you don't get to see the culmination of that, of like, oh, the Sonic is running this calculation and now we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because you just get that joke of Clara coming through. When it later comes back, then you get the
satisfying
because you get that come back, and you also have the cup of soup come back as well, which is, you know, it's which, you know, the whole conceit of that, like, you know, the Zygons are hide themselves in this art to save themselves for the future, then being, oh, actually we can use that to save Gallifrey by all of us, you know, equidistance, whatever it is, apart around Gallifrey, all 12 of us.
No, sir. All 13.
Yeah.
Bam.
Bam.
Again.
Eyebrows.
I didn't even know that Matt Smith was regenerating. I didn't even know. So I got some eyes and I learnt that the new Doctor was happening.
Wow.
And it was Peter Capaldi.
Did you not
watch Doctor Who live?
No.
Wow.
What's Doctor Who live?
They did like an hour-long TV show announcing that Peter was the new Doctor.
Yeah.
How? I honestly feel like Donna Noble. You know how she misses everything.
Yeah.
You were scuba diving in Spain.
I was scuba diving and missed all the Cybermen. It's insane.
Yeah, but I love that, like, the Zygon plot, sort of, as you say, it's the hiding in the paintings and that which then comes back for saving Gallifrey.
Yeah.
But also the whole Zygon Human
Human.
Zygon Human
Human.
Mhm.
the Zygon Human War.
Yeah.
And that obviously paralleling the Time War
Yeah.
and no, this is a decision you can't ever make, and how all of the little threads ultimately tie back to.
Sorry.
Jack got
Gallifrey.
excited about the
Go on.
scene. Jack got excited about the scene.
because of them going through the painting and the Dalek coming through the Black Archive and then all stepping through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
My one nitpick with that scene. Well, two
Here-
nitpicks with that scene.
Here he goes.
Oh, here we go. Negative Nelly, come on.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry.
This is a feel-good pod.
Is that just that it's obviously just slowed down in post, like the footage of them walking, rather than actually being filmed at a like higher frame rate or something.
Liam, let him just aura farm.
I was going
Come
to
on.
say. Yeah.
The
You know.
second is the weird shot of Clara's hand. That's not
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
not
Yeah, I'll
her
give you
hand.
that one. I'll give you that one, that's fair. But it's fleeting. That's a fleeting shot. And then
Yeah,
you get, yeah.
It's literally, when I say nitpick, I mean
Oh, okay. So I was talking about the different heights in Journey's End in the tier list thing, and about the double's ear being different to David Tennant's, and then you bring up Clara's hand as if it's normal.
Yeah, come on.
Come
What
on.
is this,
and he-
Legend of the Sea Devils with Jodie Whittaker's tub double?
I love it.
So
If
good.
I remember watching it and then pausing it and just seeing a man in a wig, and I was just like, how? It's a big
Hold
big
on.
man
I'm
in a wig, and it's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
great.
show Jack a photo of exactly what it looks like. Yeah,
Jack.
Jack.
Oh my god. Wow.
That is in fact
Wow.
Tip in my
Jodie
Jodie
Whittaker
Whittaker cosplay
Nice.
and wig.
cosplay.
That is exactly what the stunt. I didn't realise you were Jodie's stunt double in Legend
Yeah,
of the
man.
Sea
You know what?
Devils.
You look like a man whose dog was locked in Costa.
Yeah.
So, should we talk about Matthew Smith?
Oh, yes.
Don't ever call him Matthew Smith again.
It's I've done that before, and you reacted to that exact same way.
Feels weird. Matt Smith's great in it.
Yeah, he's really good.
Mm.
I think, there's a school of thought that by the time we get to like the end of Matt's run, like the later part of Matt's run, that he's sort of a little bit more like Flanderized and like sort of. Kat's got a hand up. I've got.
No, carry on. I'm waiting.
No, I forgot my point because I was anticipating you just letting it out. Go
Yeah,
on.
but I was being good. I was sidebarring.
No, I know. Well done.
I do think that he, as time goes on, he starts to become a caricature of himself. Absolutely, and how he's written, it really gets hammy and it does really get campy. However, I think it's reined back in the Day of the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I
completely
think that
agree,
I think
Yeah.
his performance is more like it was early Series 6, end of Series 5, than it is in like Series 7.
Yeah.
Where it's a bit more hammy. Well, and towards the end of Series 6, beginning of Series 7.
Yeah,
I do
I
think
think
so.
I think it's just a good mix of the sort of zany, quirky.
Yeah.
Are you capable of talking without slapping your hands around?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Like
And I want it in triplicate on my desk. What's the so complicated craft?
I want a desk.
Yeah. ASAP. Pronto. LOL. See? Job.
are you sciencey?
Plenty.
The round things. What are
What
the
are
round
the round things?
I
No
don't
idea.
It's so
We
quotable,
could do
isn't
this
it?
all day.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I could do this all day.
so quotable. But yeah, I think Matt's great
Yeah.
here. I mean, everyone's great here.
I was gonna say Jenna Coleman really. I feel like Jenna Coleman is the grounding point in the whole series, because it always goes back to Jenna and her reaction and her experience with the Doctor, which kind of grounds it within what we've seen previously. And then she brings out her performance, like when she's got tears in her eyes and she's like, "These are the people you're gonna burn."
I think she's got a really
my
tough
God.
job with this one because, like, she's not really been in the companion role for long at this point.
No, she's had half a season.
Yeah, she's only had half a season at this point. And like we were saying earlier, a lot of that revolves around
Mystery box.
the mystery box, the
Without her
series
having a cover.
arc,
Yeah.
So she's, yeah, they're asking a lot of her here, I think.
Yeah.
And thank God they've got an actor like Jenna Coleman
Who can
to
bring it.
do it,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
Christ, she's good.
Even with the War Doctor, just her, you know, that little sit down scene when he's in his chair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
It's so beautiful. And your eyes are so much younger. Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh.
My god.
this is the thing, when Moffat hits like his
Yeah,
scripts,
he
they
does.
just it's second to none. And I think the same is with Matt with his performance. When he really hits, and I don't think he ever really misses.
Mm-mm.
No.
But when he hits, you just get, you totally go, oh yeah, this is an ancient being in a young man's body. Absolutely.
I will always say that Matt Smith, I think all of the Doctors are incredible, but nobody can argue that Matt Smith is the best at playing an old man as a young man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the Doctor and his ages in his eyes and, like, within him in every single performance.
Yeah.
Even when he is, like, a bit more of a goofy version of himself, he still feels like that old man in a box.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I do think he really sells that.
I think he really sells it. And I think that my favourite moments for him come towards like the end of the episode, whether it be on Gallifrey itself and getting the Geronimo into, and then he has that beautiful scene with Tom Baker.
Oh.
Which just,
let's talk about it. Oh, my God.
I could be
I
curator.
could create this place.
Yeah.
I'd be the great curator. I
really think you might.
Oh, because obviously, again, didn't know.
Yeah.
Nobody did for this one.
No.
You weren't on your own for this one.
Good.
This was a big secret.
Yay. So I heard that bellowing voice and I went, I know that voice. I know that voice. I know that voice.
My tear ducts, the second I heard, I really think you might, my tear ducts just opened and just like a river just streamed out of my eyes.
I didn't realise River was in this episode.
And she's in the Target.
Yeah.
So, but I literally remember turning to my long-suffering wife, then girlfriend, going, "It's Tom! It's Tom!"
Just like, I see why you didn't want to watch this in the cinema.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like me with Billy at the end of.
Yeah.
It's Billy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you stop screaming
now?
now?
I can't hear what they're saying. Okay, gonna have to watch that on iPlayer in a bit.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, as soon as I know people were like, oh, they've brought Tom back, but they've not brought any of the others back. And it would have been lovely to see,
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Docs 5 through 8.
He wasn't there for the 5 Doctors, so this was his moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the reason he wasn't there for the 5 Doctors was because he didn't want to turn up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not like he wasn't invited.
No, I gathered he was invited. I just thought he'd be like, oh, I was busy doing another project.
No, he didn't want to do
Okay.
it. He sent his waxwork to the photo call.
Yeah, literally. And they had to use. There's a reason why they just use bits of Sharda.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Whoops. But he decided he wanted to turn up to this one.
Yeah. Well, I think it's nice because he's not only is he like the face of classic Doctor Who, but because he's it's him for classic and David Tennant for modern New Who. That's just what it is. Like if you say Doctor Who to someone, they're probably going to picture Tom Baker or David Tennant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you all right there? You're like, what are you nodding at?
She's thinking about Pertwee, isn't she? She's never not thinking about John.
Yeah, there's a massive portrait of him literally looking over me. But yeah, I think obviously he's like the face of classic Who, but also the oldest surviving Doctor.
Yeah.
Because obviously Bill, Pat, and John had all passed away, so I think it's sort of as far back as you can go.
Yeah.
But also just a lovely scene. In the same way that I think it's really great that they were able to bring Billy back and kind of celebrate the fact that she was so pivotal to
Well, she started New Who, didn't she?
to the series, yeah. But not interrupting or playing with Rose's arc and story, and kind of letting that be, but also finding a way to have Billie Piper back in the series. But I think with the same with Tom, like, because he's not the Doctor, but he might be.
He's the
And he
curator.
kind of
Yeah,
is.
he's the creator, yeah. In your future lives, you may find yourself revisiting a few of the old favourites. Like,
Yeah. And their chemistry as well.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's so good. And Tom is immediately
The Doctor.
Just-
he never isn't the Doctor, though, is he?
Yeah.
He'll always be able
he's
to
one
just...
and one and the same.
where's Gallifrey? Lost. Shh. Like, oh.
Yeah.
It's
So because you can
Yeah.
see that there's that's not scripted. There's no way that's
No.
scripted. That little
He
shit.
just did his
that's
thing,
a pure
didn't he?
Tom Bakerism.
Yeah.
Along with the who
Who
Oh,
knows, like,
I quote that almost daily.
Me too.
I go,
Me too.
who knows? Oh.
And his little face afterwards, where it's like, and then he just goes,
yeah.
and I'm just like, come back,
Bless him.
come back.
Bless him.
I love him.
And then that gorgeous scene to end it all with, that gorgeous shot of Matt walking through the steam and the TARDIS, like, and then opening the doors, and we walk out
And have the worst set of wigs that I've ever seen.
This is a positive podcast.
Okay, I'm just saying that every single time that takes me out of it. I don't know who decided to pick the wig for Peter Davison
I'd say
for the Fifth Doctor. That's the most jarring one. Then the second one is the Ninth Doctor one. That is bloody awful.
Yeah, but when you turn around and get the shot of the superimposed face, like the Photoshop face, that's all right then. That's all right.
Oh yeah, that I can deal with that.
And it looks a bit janky, but I don't care.
But I don't mind it.
I'd still rather that than AI. Let's
Oh
face
yeah,
it,
100%.
Absolutely.
Whoa, 100%. 100%.
But like, even it doesn't do any, like, it looks a bit janky. I couldn't give less of a shit because
it
the
looks
sentiment.
great.
It's still been my my wallpaper on my laptop for many years. Like,
Yeah.
of course,
it was my screensaver for so long.
Like, it's just pure magic.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the whole story really feels like a love letter to the show.
It does, yeah.
And it kind of it's Stephen Moffat, so it kind of ribs it a little bit. It takes the mick, but its core,
but Moffat
it really
loves-
goes. Yeah, it's
Classic Who, doesn't
Moffat
he?
kind of reflecting it, going,
yeah.
this series is great, and it's beautiful and magical
Yeah.
and funny and
Silly,
dramatic and exciting and all of these things. And it's been going for 50 years.
yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And it really feels like
It's a celebration,
proper-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is. It's beautiful. I think there's an argument to say that it sets up a promise which isn't fully delivered on. Going
What,
forward.
Finding Gallifrey again?
Yeah,
I don't know why, because that was a massive setup from this. And then Matt's even like, what? Oh, Matt, as if it's him personally. And then, and then Eleven's like, what, is that what I meant?
Smith.
And then
Mr. Matthew Smith.
It just feels so wrong. And then Matt Smith, 11th Doctor was like, is that what I'm supposed to do now? Go looking for Gallifrey? And then
Not yet.
nothing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but even when 12 does, and then just doesn't find her those coordinates, he just gives up.
Yeah.
And now it's
Like-
dead again. So,
Yeah, Yeah.
Go
no,
looking for that.
I kind of don't see that as canon. I can't lie. A lot about that I don't buy into.
I see it as canon, but I feel it's gonna, it'll come back at some point.
I just pretend that didn't
I
exist.
don't.
What's the point in bringing back Gallifrey to then just burn it to the ground?
Yeah, that's my overriding issue with that
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
That's the one thing which I don't think it's because I never particularly cared for Gallifrey all that much, but it's the fact that it was set up in my favourite episode and then didn't go anywhere. But there's many people that can be blamed for that. Moffat, Chibnall, myself for expecting anything to be delivered on something Doctor Who. Just it happens sometimes. They set something up and then just
What, like
Yeah.
this is fun.
you know.
Yeah.
But to talk about something that's absolutely, I mean, if anybody has any criticisms of it, then well, no, who am I talking to? What am I on about? The all 13 scene, just the I mean, people talk about the portal scene in Avengers Endgame and that like triumphant sort of like, oh my god, this is it. And I really got that with that portal scene.
Yeah.
But this was the first instance of me getting something close to that, to that kind of feeling.
I absolutely love it.
I don't even know how to explain it.
It's so well choreographed, and they pick the perfect moments and shots and stuff from each Doctor. It works so well, and it feels. Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah.
You looked at me confused and went, I'm on a different
page. I was
page.
just looking to see what you were saying.
Sorry.
For the next trick.
Yeah, and for my next trick. I just think I love
one boundary from another.
I just think it works, doesn't it? And it does if you haven't seen Classic Who before, even if you haven't seen like Series 1 before, does it not feel like, oh, these are all recorded for this specific moment in this specific scene? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know if I still can recognise that it's stock footage, but again, it's like the
but it
seeing the seams in the photoshopped faces. I don't care.
But it feels like it was meant for this scene.
Yeah, it's very cleverly done.
Yeah.
Like I just completely suspend my disbelief with it, like without going, oh, that bit's from the start of Part of the Ways.
Yeah, but I like saying that though. I like going, and that one's this one, and that one's this one.
Yeah. But it's brilliant, and even just the whole setup for that, like it's a really simple thing, but I really like how.
I love how they're like, oh god, there's more of them. They're all here.
I really like how when the general's like, oh, but that'll take millions of years, and you get the cut from Matt going, oh, millions and million, and it's like
but don't
him and
worry,
David saying the same line,
just
stitched together. Kat's got her hand up again.
Talking about the same line, my favourite, one of my favourite things to do when watching Day of the Doctor, spot Matt's script on the TARDIS console.
Yeah.
That's my favourite game. That is my favourite game. I remember watching it with Sam. I was like, oh, by the way, so in the next scene, you're going to see his script behind him, and then it'll cut, and then it'll come back to him, and it's not there anymore because it's a different take. And he was like, oh, yeah. I was like, it's so fun. Just carry on playing.
It's so fun. Carry on playing. It's quite a short game, I'd say.
And spotting David Tennant's shoelace undone.
Mm-hmm.
You have a real hyperfixation with David Tennant's shoelaces.
It only happens a handful of times, and this is one of them. In the console room, where when it glitches and it's the fusion. Yeah, it's on the. If anyone wants to know, it's when he's stood on the left-hand side of the console, and it's like a wide shot. If anyone wants to see it, because it rarely happens, and it feels like a monument, like momentous.
Oh, it's momentous.
Yeah,
this occasion is momentous. David Tennant's shoelace undone. Mark the dates.
Hey, Converse
like
laces.
the beacons.
You know what? It's wasted. Wait until we do our costume cosplay podcast, and you wait. I'll have a whole trivia section just on David Tennant's Converse. You watch me.
You can bring the trivia for that. Well, speaking of, go on. You've got one more point.
No, it's fine.
No, go on.
No, it's fine.
Go on.
No, I was just gonna say that he actually wears the black Converse in more episodes than you think, but that's for a different episode. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
If I can say one last... I want to say one last point.
I think Jack, we should ask Jack if he wants to say anything else first.
Okay. My last point I was going to say is that if anyone hasn't read the Target novelization of Day of the Doctor, not only do I think it's one of the best ones, it's one of the tastiest as well, because obviously Kat has fed that to me in my my months of captivity. But no,
it's cute that you think I'd rip up my Day of the Doctor Target novelization.
No, it is genuinely, and like many Targets, it adds so much to the story as well. It's so beautiful. It's one of the only books you're ever going to see written from the Doctor's perspective, which is already fantastic. Getting to see inside this character's head.
Yeah.
You see certain scenes from the War Doctor, 10th Doctor, and 11th Doctor's perspective. So there's one scene, I think it's when they've just been captured. You see it from all their perspectives,
Yeah.
which is so wonderful. The all 13 scene is brilliant because you see all the Doctors go on to Gallifrey and save people. It's I won't say any more because if you haven't checked it out, you really should, because it's beautiful what Moffat did with it.
We'll link it below.
Yeah, I mean, when did it come out? Like 2018?
It was
19,
one of the
first.
It was one of the first like new wave of like new Who.
Yeah.
Like when they did it was one of the first like when they did we're doing new Who stories as target novels. It was that Rose and
Christmas Invasion.
Yeah, Christmas Invasion, and then I think Twice Upon a Time came out just after. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Day the Doctor was the first target novel I ever brought.
Wow.
It's good. It's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Some great little bits in there. Moffat is a clever little bean, isn't he?
He's a genius.
Well, shall we move on to our trivia section?
Yeah, which we do every single week.
Jack. As you know.
Oh yeah.
Because you've been here for quite a few months now.
And every single week it's called Queen Atrivabeth the First. I'm not proud of it. I just want everyone to know I'm not proud.
It's called that every week though, so people are used to it by now. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not used to it.
Well, you should be 50 episodes in.
Queen Elizabeth the First. That's ridiculous. You could have had like the day of the Triv or something. I don't know, just anything.
The day of the Triv. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. The trouble is, Quiz Chibnall is taken already. Like Josh Carr's already coined that, so you can't do that.
Yeah, God damn that Josh Carr.
Yeah.
No sir, all Triv teen. That's better.
Doesn't rhyme though.
One day you'll be able to walk past a trivia section. Never gonna happen. Just think, what's your name? Trivia. Oh, I've never met someone called Trivia. I don't know.
Well, I'll let you carry on workshopping, and then I'm just going to read Jack my trivia. But you carry on. As we said, some early script concepts. We got the one that we were talking about earlier about Jenna Coleman appearing in like all sorts of different doctors. Another one was for the special to bring in the first Doctor to confront the incumbent, an idea he later reused for Twice Upon a Time.
I was going to say, that sounds very David Bradley's coming back.
An early draft of the script had Billy Piper also in the role of the curator. Only changed to Tom Baker when he became available.
Could you imagine that? I can't see. That doesn't. That's a choice. That would be.
Yeah.
What, in the reality wall?
Yeah.
Moffat has said that it's possible to interpret the curator and the moment as being the same entity. However, he believes the curator is a far future incarnation of the Doctor who chooses to revisit a different face every day. Which,
I like that.
Which we all knew from the start. Remember?
Yeah.
We all remembered that. We all knew that.
In a draft featuring the 9th Doctor, the moment appears in the form of a ragged little girl. This comes from an excerpt of an early draft that Moffat granted publication of in order to raise money for charity.
Wow.
Yeah, just to hit home the whole like.
That
how
would
many
be
children on Gallifrey?
Yeah, that'd be devastating, especially to 9.
Yeah.
Is there a version of the story where it was Jackie Tyler as the moment?
Because that would. Could you imagine?
Only in my head.
If Billy said no, she was the next one.
Yeah.
Can you
she was
imagine?
I'm just saying, if the reality war had ended with Jackie Tyler instead of Billy, I would have been like, no, I'm invested. I'm whatever's happening, I'm involved. It's fine.
I really, really hope that Jackie Tyler is in the Christmas special in some way.
I just need more Kadil in my life.
Well, check out the Hooniverse show because she's on this month. Oh no, it wouldn't be
last week.
It would be last week, yeah.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah.
And we'll have had news about the Christmas special as well then, because it's happening on Rose Day. We're hearing about it. We're hearing
it.
Yeah.
Definitely happening.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think it is.
at one point, Moffat considered using archive audio to incorporate the Brigadier into the story.
I don't. I would have cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have cried.
I mean, they've
I'd have
done that in the
cried.
past, and they did it with Zagreus, with
With
Big
Pertwee,
Finish.
Yeah.
And then
Well, they did it with.
they
Wilf.
did it with Nick Courtney as well, didn't they? In Flux, he's in the background.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
What do you
in
mean?
Yeah,
Survivors
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
He
Flux.
is as the Grand Serpent. Is it the Grand Serpent? Is
Yeah.
walking down with the unit. Off. You can hear Nicholas Courtney just off.
Yeah. Is it archive or is it an impression?
Yeah, I think it's
I think it's archive, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's John Coleshaw. I think it's they just
No.
are playing. You know.
Oh, but I don't want to watch Survivors of the Flux.
You don't have to.
But I want to listen to that.
Just find a
We'll
clip.
just
on
watch
YouTube.
that scene. To be fair, those unit scenes are really good in Survivors of the Flux. You know, so
Yeah, no, I'd have to watch the whole thing.
Clara was supposed to save the doctors in the Tower of London by convincing their jailer that she was a witch.
Incredible.
That's a fun little idea.
I'm glad she just walked through the door, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's funnier, isn't it?
It's so
Yeah.
much funnier. It works so well. The working title for the story was The Time War, which isn't very interesting. The Day of the Doctor's way more
Yeah,
cool.
way better.
John Hurt, this is nuts. John Hurt was only locked in to star in the special a month before filming began.
Really?
When Moffat wrote the script for the name of the Doctor, he had a placeholder that said, "The world's most famous actor turns around, revealed as the Doctor."
Wow.
So he was like, "Oh, it'd be good if we got John Hurt, wouldn't it?"
Yeah.
Like, apparently that's when he spoke to the BBC. He was like, when they found out that Chris wasn't going to be doing it, he was like, "Oh, like if we had someone like John Hurt, like that." And they went, "Yeah, get John Hurt." And he went, "Well, what if we can't get John Hurt?" "No, get John Hurt." So it was
You
like
have to get
it
John
was like
Hurt.
that's it, no one else.
Yeah.
So thank God he said yes.
Yeah.
The War Doctor was originally called the Renegade, and the script gives him the title of the Other Doctor.
Mm.
So
I like the War Doctor.
Yeah.
When the War Doctor asked which TARDIS is his, it's an ad-lib from John Hurt.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that does explain all of the Doctor's reactions when they go, ah, and then look at the TARDIS. And just kind of like...
No, I was going to say, I remember that came out because of Doctor Who Lockdown when they did the tweet-along. Moffat revealed that it was the ad-lib then. So it was like, which is another reason why I love this story, because it saved my love of Doctor Who and also brought me back to feeling very happy about things during a very bad time for the world.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a perfect story for like let's forget about the world for a bit.
Copious amounts of Doctor Who I consumed.
Although declining to appear, Christopher Eccleston was sent the updated script featuring the War Doctor, the Christopher Walken Doctor, and Eccleston thought it was immaculate. He later praised Hurt's performance, saying that Hurt offered more to the story than he could have.
Oh, very gracious.
I don't disagree, but only because of my further comments of what I think John Hurt brought to it.
But I think that strikes me as the sort of, the reverence that he's got for actors of that generation and that caliber. Like David Warner, he was speaking about, that's the only reason he did a multi-Doctor story, because David Warner, for Big Finish, because David Warner is one of his favourite actors of all time, and he got the chance to work with it. And I think it was the last thing that David Warner did before he passed. So yeah, because I can imagine Chris being like, "Oh no, I'm not coming in bloody sharing the screen with other doctors," because he said about when he got the script, it was just me, David, and Matt riffing on the fact that we used to be the Doctor.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel
Right.
yeah. But I can imagine him being like, "Yeah, John Hurt, that's incredible. Why do you want me?"
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no ego or anything there.
There is an ego with Christopher Eccleston, though.
No. According to Stephen Moffat, John Hurt gave a speech on his last day of filming in which he said something to the effect of, "I don't want anyone to think I took this lightly or thought I was slumming it. This really meant something to me to be the Doctor.
That's so nice.
Honestly.
Oh.
Jack is
Those
feeling all
those
of the
there,
emotions.
Yeah.
Those tear ducts are opening up again. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so lovely. And you can tell that he really handled it with care and grace, and he knew it was important.
Yeah.
You can see it.
That's what I mean. There's so much conviction in that.
Yeah.
Like, despite not being versed in that world,
Yeah.
he comes in and treats it with so much respect.
Yeah.
And, yeah. What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy. Despite playing the moment, Billie Piper is credited as Rose Tyler.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
But she's not.
But she's not. She's the moment. Tom Baker has worked as a museum curator in real life.
Really? That's a kind of really cool job, though. I'd like to work in a museum.
Can you imagine being in a museum, though, and just hear, like, oh, yes, and this painting's from... Whoa, what? What's happening?
1752.
I can imagine Tom rocking up. He's had a couple just with his breakfast. And he's just...
Pint of Fremlins.
No, he's just making up stuff.
Yeah,
totally.
He's just saying things, and
Uh-huh.
people are like, "Oh yeah, he must know what he's talking about," and it's just complete balls. And I can imagine that.
Absolutely, just for his own entertainment.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I would. I'd love it.
So Tom Baker claimed that this is quite sad. However,
Oh no.
there's a light in it.
Okay.
Tom Baker claimed that he was mostly ignored by pretty much everyone on set, with the
How?
exception of Matt Smith, with whom he got on with very well.
How can you possibly ignore Tom Baker on set?
Yeah, I mean, even just A, that's not very nice.
Nice, yeah.
B, how is it physically possible to
Yeah.
ignore him? Yes. Like,
No, that'd be really mean. I'm really upset by that.
But he and Matt got on really well.
Well, I'm
and
glad.
Matt was very nice to him, apparently.
How on earth can you just ignore? No, that's not nice.
Yeah. The soundtrack release covering this story features several cues by Murray Gold that went unused in the finished cut of the episode. A track called I Am Foreman was a hard electric rock track to be used for Clara's moped ride, and Clara's theme is used instead.
Yeah.
We Are the Doctors was written for the sequence of the Doctors breaking out of the painting into the Black Archive, and instead that's I Am the Doctor. And a track called Song for Four / Home was written for the curator scene and the closing sequence. A cue from Wedding of River Song and I Am the Doctor are used instead.
Oh.
This last motif would be used in Deep Breath for Eleven's phone call to Clara.
Oh. And of course, this is Day of the Doctor is also the first appearance of like the shepherd's boy.
Yeah.
Which my favorite.
I
Sorry.
hate when we do that.
I know, yeah, we did speak in sync there.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my favorite bit of music in all Doctor
Yeah.
Who. That is.
So
I love the shepherd's
good.
boy, yeah.
So good. Kate's line about the consequences of information about the Doctor getting into the wrong hands was supposed to be juxtaposed with a film poster for the Peter Cushing movie, implying that they are fictional in universe, but they were unfortunately unable to attain the rights. Moffat's novelization of the story has Kate explicitly referenced them, and it turns out the Doctor liked them and took Cushing for some trips in the TARDIS.
It's really funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit, I think it's Clara's talking to the War Doctor, where she's like, yeah, they're on the phone to Peter Cushing right now, and like 10 or 11 just on the phone, like watching the Dalek movies in the Black Archive.
He's cheeky, that's Stephen Moffat, isn't he? So, there's a long quote here, bear with me. This is the penultimate bit of trivia. Joanna Page had recently given birth before filming. There's a quote here. So, I'm playing Queen Elizabeth I. I've got this long red wig on.
Yeah.
And I'm the first time ever breastfeeding. I'd feed for about half an hour, and then I'd express for about 25 minutes. I'd have one mouthful of food, and then I'd go back on set. Because it's my first baby, I'm trying to work out how everything goes. She's 6 weeks old. I'm Queen Elizabeth I, running around being chased by a Zygon. I didn't know any of my lines. I couldn't work out what I was supposed to be saying or why I was saying it. I knew I had to have an accent. I made no attempt at doing one.
Yeah.
And then in one of the first scenes, I'm on a picnic blanket. I'm lying on his lap, right? And I'm like this, and my
her
boobs are my boobs are so big that my chin is resting on them.
Yeah.
I've read stuff on the internet with people slagging me off about my accent and what I look like, and I've not put in the proper, all the different actresses who have played Queen Elizabeth I, and I'm there, slagged off to high heaven. You have a bloody hemorrhage and then deliver a baby. You try to breastfeed with a fucking corset on, and let's see what you'd be like.
I love that
I
interview.
love it. So
I love
good.
that interview.
And do you know
It's
what?
so
Incredible.
Good on her as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too
Good
right.
on her. Yeah.
Absolutely too right.
Absolutely.
It
Oh,
wasn't
God.
until I watched that interview with her where I was like, huh, she should have had an accent.
Mhm. I don't think it's that egregious, really. I really
No.
don't.
There's a
Especially
bit of
when you list all that stuff that she's saying in that
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Like, oh.
there's a bit of a. She says she makes no attempt at one, but like
it's still.
she's not doing Queen Elizabeth like that, is she?
No,
no. Like there's
Oh,
I'm the Queen
doctor.
Yeah.
I fancy an omelette, I do.
No, she does. She does
there is
there is a
sort
slight.
of, there's
She
an
speaks
attempt to
proper, doesn't
snarky.
she? Yeah.
Okay, last little bit to round us off, and this is maybe one of the nerdiest bits of trivia I think ever.
I'm not too.
The Vortex Manipulator access code is 1716231163. The time and date An Earthly Child first aired.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And I think when Clara comes out of the school, you see a clock and it's set to that time as well.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
time it went out.
Yeah.
I like that.
So good.
I love
Mhm.
stuff like that.
I also
Cute,
love
isn't it?
like
Yeah.
right at the start the Marcus Aurelius quote about waste no time thinking about I'm going to butcher it, about what makes a good man,
Man,
just
yeah.
be one, which obviously comes back
Full
and is
circle,
sort
yeah.
of so many great bits in this.
Yeah.
So many brilliant bits. What a bloody good story.
I want to watch it again now. I might have to fall asleep to it tonight.
Well, it's that or Spearhead from Space.
No, actually, it's Terror of the Autons tonight. I'm starting season
Oh.
8.
Nice.
Season 8 starts
Damn.
tonight. Yeah.
Well, we all are. We're all starting it because I'm still tied up. So
Yeah. I hope everyone's ready.
Should we? Any final thoughts? Anyone?
It's incredible. Cinema, and you should definitely watch it if you haven't. But of course you have.
Who's not watched it?
I know. That was silly of me.
Who's listening to this and hasn't watched it?
Yeah.
Not
Right.
even like who's listening to this episode. Who's listening to
Doctor Who podcasts.
our podcast
Oh, podcast, yeah.
rather than watching Day of the Doctor?
You probably shouldn't say that.
No, I'll stand by it. Watch Day of the Doctor, and then come back.
And then come back and then go and watch it again because that's what we're doing.
yeah,
All three of us.
yeah. And throw in like the Doctor for it as well, which we haven't covered, but it is beautiful,
Yes.
amazing, nice. The
Well,
Doctor, yeah.
Thank you. You kind of set me up for a little segue there, Jack. We've done a review on our Patreon of Night of the Doctor, which is out. It came out yesterday, maybe. This recording in advance thing
Yeah.
messes with my mind, man.
Yeah.
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah.
But-
so that's over on-
Timey-wimey.
I've got no idea where he picks that stuff up. We've got that over on the Patreon, which we very much enjoyed.
But obviously Jack wasn't on it, so if you have any words or anything you'd like to say about the
Yeah.
night of the Doctor, then you're more than welcome to.
It's beautiful. I cried when it came out as well. I did the exact same thing as I did when Paul McGann popped up in Power of the Doctor. I jumped up, went, it's Paul, and then finished
Then cried.
watching it. It's the way Moffat canalises all the Big Finish in one fell swoop, or as much as he could at that point.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful send off to the Eighth Doctor. It's perfect. It really is.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
Just like Day of the Doctor, which is also perfect.
Moffat was just writing fire, wasn't he?
It was.
Yeah. And he,
fell off a bit in Series 7 in parts, but he came back. He got back there, and he went
Yeah.
the long way round.
He did go the long way around.
Way.
Hey!
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
I guess we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
yeah, what a great story.
Such a good story.
So good. Thank you very much for joining us, Jack.
Oh, thank you for having me again. Again, I say that. Thank you for allowing me to participate from my corner in the room. You know?
That's okay.
You're very welcome. You've been very well behaved. You've eaten down Time Flight and the King's Demons.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
that was quite short, actually. So that was,
That was an easy swallow.
yeah.
Don't clip that.
Well, you're so rude.
That's the short for this episode. Jack Alexander's Easy Swallow.
That's the clickbait. There it is. Yeah.
There it is. You're always welcome, mate. Thank you for coming on and joining us for this probably incoherent ramble about how much we all love this.
Yeah, that's what happens
bloody
when we
great
get really
episode.
excited by something. We don't do it right, do we?
Yeah. No, we don't do it right.
We
We're
don't
not
do it.
proper reviewers. We just go, oh, that's really good at it. I like that.
Yeah.
That's generally what we do. But we
Yeah.
spread it out over
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Mhm.
But where can people find you, Jack?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Ann_awful_Jack. You'll also find the podcast I do, which is an awful lot of running, which will be coming back for new episodes very soon. MCM this May, the Doctor Who Community Show panel will be happening on the Sunday, the 24th at 1 p.m. on the Creative Stage with a fantastic lineup of guests.
Yeah,
you should all
I'm
come
back
and
on
see
it.
it.
I can't wait.
You're not on it, Kat. No.
She's back due to unpopular demand.
It's only funny when I do the "it's me" joke. All right. It's only funny when I do it. Okay.
I am all for panelists.
No, you're not. You're not.
Yeah.
My panelists are Katie Haynes, George Shear, Jake Mancuso, and Natalia Fox.
Did you say Katie? Because that's me.
No, it's not. No,
It's Kat dressed as
it's
the 10th
not.
Doctor,
Yeah.
the Meta Crisis 10th Doctor, the 14th Doctor.
But also look out for my appearances as the Doctor in 77 Years Productions. Doctor Who, Red Twilight. Block 1 is out. Block 2 is coming out soon, which has some pretty good new cast come to it as well. So,
I'm very
I've
excited
heard
to
good
listen.
things.
Yeah, I'm excited to listen.
yeah. So it's...
Not that we know anything about it, obviously.
No, not you know anything about it at
I'll
all.
tell you
no.
off if you say things like that.
No. I'm just saying I might have heard some rumours.
Interesting.
I'm not getting on her bad side.
Decent's Red Twilight leaks just turns to 0 in the... Yeah, cool.
Kat, where can they find you?
They can find
Other
me
than on the MCM
panel.
community show
Where
panel.
Swear to God. I swear to God.
No, but what I will say is I will be there front and row. Front and row? I will be the whole front and row. I will be there front and row. Oh my God! Say the words.
Front
properly.
row, everyone should be there. Front row.
I will
It's
be
fine.
there front row, supporting.
Thank you.
I'm very excited for this line of panelists.
Yes, I'm
I will be
really
screaming.
hoping I can come because I couldn't come to the last one. So
No, you didn't come to support your co-host.
no.
So hopefully you can come and support some others.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
sad. I was sad for, I didn't get to see Jack and Beth and
Yeah,
Miles and
and
Yeah.
Ben. Yeah,
Ben. Yeah.
yeah. That
But
makes
no,
sense.
I think there was someone else on it, but
Mm.
I don't know.
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at simplykatie_XO.
And you can find me
Where can they find you, dear?
also on the Twitter at Son of Biscuit and on the Son of Biscuit YouTube channel, which you may very well be listening to this here podcast on right now. Thank you very much for joining us. We will be back next week talking about something else. I can't remember.
The tier list.
I don't think it is the tier list. No. Oh, I know what we're talking about next week.
What?
We're talking about the Daleks Master Plan.
Yeah, we're doing the Dalek Master Plan. Daleks Master Plan. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
What about that?
Hopefully that will be out. At point of recording, we don't know when they're dropping the new episodes.
No.
They've said over Easter, so I'm hoping we've got to work out when we're recording and when it's going to be
logistics and
dropping.
stuff.
It might be that it's a slightly later podcast, depending on when we can record. But just because I've got to watch 12 episodes of Doctor Who.
See, this is why I'm so thankful that I watched them over Christmas with Rob, and already wrote everything about each episode already.
Yeah.
So I've got it already written out. I just need to watch the.
Yeah, it's only
The fan
because
footage.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Dalek's Master Plan?
No.
How have you never seen the Dalek? How have you both never seen the Dalek's Master Plan? Even before I watched it.
Because
I
they're
don't
only,
want to
like-
watch reconstructions and
And
stuff.
there were only like 3 episodes that survived of it.
Yeah, but the second episode is so good.
Well, I'll
But
be able to
the
Yeah,
find that out
I'll
now,
see
'cause-
it now, won't I? With the other
Yeah.
surviving episodes, you know? It's
my
like,
God, yeah.
I've never seen Marco Polo because
No, nor me.
I can't see Marco Polo.
You're not
you know?
missing anything.
You know?
I think that's sacrilege.
That is sacrilege
Is it?
there.
I did not gel with it at all.
But I think that's because you can't see. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about Dalek's Master Plan. Yeah, we'll get that out. Keep your eye out on the socials and all of that stuff. If you would like to join us over on our Patreon, we've got a nice little thing going on down there, don't we? We got some commentaries. We got our bonus reviews of Night of the Doctor. We got some bonus podcasts where we talk about Paul McGann even more with his Big Finish stuff. Oh, if you've not already, make sure to pick up this month's issue of Doctor Who magazine, because Young Cat is reviewing some more Big Finish.
I am.
The 11th Doctor Adventures, the first question. And speaking of the 11th Doctor's first question, if you've not already seen it, go and check out last week's episode where we do an interview with Miles Taylor, the Doctor, Beth Axford, and Sam Dinley, writers and composers. And I'm gonna stop. That's us.
Yep.
That was the longest outro
Ever.
I've ever done. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, leave us a review. Be nice. See you next week.
Bye.
Curry sauce all over you.
Oh, Christ.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, sorry, Liam. Good luck editing that one.